By the right of... Wait, that's not the right intro. Hello, everyone. I did that on purpose. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Jedi Talk. Another glorious episode of Jedi Talk. I am your host, Brad Hughes, and today, the full council has returned. We're all here. We're ready for a good show. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. I was doing show notes today, and I didn't think there was this much to talk about, but there is quite a bit.
Well, that happens when it's the first Tuesday after the first Tuesday show that you've had.
Which is good. I'm okay with it. In the last week was not a ton to talk about, but here we are. We're back, and some would argue better than ever. Some would say we're back and...
worse than ever?
Worse than Christian Bale's Batman. Get into a little discussion today with one Oompa Loompa enthusiast himself, Kyle Cosentino, but he's not here. Let's not concern. I don't want to be friends with midgets. The full council's here to my right, the man, the myth, the legend, Evan T. Boucher. Evan, what's going on, bro?
Hello there, everybody. Great to be back. I don't know if
this
makes it better or worse that I'm here, but I'm here.
Better.
So
we always
it's better
joke
for
about
me
it.
that I'm here. I don't know about anybody else.
We always joke about it. If we can, if we can call Kyle an Oompa Loompa, we can say the show's better.
In good and bad news, I will be gone next week due to the Mickey's Not So Scary. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going eventually. But every fucking day we go to check. The tickets are sold out.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, we're doing this one. We'll just do it tomorrow, and then we get up, gone. And so I'm booking whatever the fuck I'm booking tonight.
You better.
I don't want to do this 11th because that's our anniversary, and I don't know if I want to spend our anniversary walking around Magic Kingdom.
I would not.
But because we have dinner and stuff. Like I don't want to cancel all that crap just for fucking Halloween party when we can go another night.
It's good as Halloween party.
More.
Yeah, I know.
So okay, so yeah, let's introduce you first to. I keep forgetting to do this because I just feel like we're here. To Tom's right, or I'm sorry, to Evan's right, the Red Rocket himself, Tom Oakley. What's going on, brother?
By the right of the council, by the will of the Force, that's how you do it. Yes, I was at a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. I detailed it a little bit on Fourth Mother Box this past week, but Evan is going on the 30th. Brad, eventually.
You've been before, right, Evan?
Yeah, but not since 2005.
Wow.
So this was my first Not So Scary Halloween party, and
nice.
It blows all the after hours out of the water.
See what I meant?
I knew it would. No, I mean, I know. Trust me, I wasn't.
I remember when you were going, I was just like, it's not as good as the party.
And it's
better.
I'm
not trying to shit on what you're doing.
It's better than Boo Bash or whatever the heck.
Yeah, it was. Boo Bash was still fun. I mean, I paid probably about the same for it. Which is bad, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we went early. We got an early ticket. The only thing I might not do again in the future is I might. And Disney is smart with this. They make these tickets cheaper now, but you just might rain more often. And shit got delayed.
Yep.
Shit got delayed a little bit in our party. We still saw everything. I'm pretty sure the Hocus Pocus stage show was cut. They did like their weather-friendly version.
Oh yeah, it's like a 15-minute show.
Yeah, it wasn't 15 minutes. It was about 5 minutes, which was fine. We still saw the Sanderson sisters. We saw all the villains and stuff.
Are you a Hocus Pocus fan?
You sure? Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
No? Mm-mm. I think it's a Halloween classic.
I think it's one of those things, if you didn't grow up watching it, you're not going to like it as an adult.
Yeah, that's me. I don't dislike it, but I've never seen it. So, Mike, it's fine. It exists.
I'm not going to watch the stage show, so I don't have any interest.
Oh, the stage show's cool, though.
Is it cool? I've seen it. I remember I was there the first year they did it, and I didn't know what was going on.
I love it because
I was so tired. That was one of those days when I was a tourist, and I was open to close, and it was like I caught the last stage show like right as we were about to leave for the night, and it was like close to the end of the night.
I mean,
and I was just so tired. I didn't want to stand there.
I didn't, I don't know if it's like this with all the actresses who play the Sanderson sisters for that stage show, but it's like carbon copy.
Oh yeah,
right off.
They've got some great ones. Those might be some of the best translations.
So good, and then like the way they walk onto stage is like their stereotypical like walk in the film. I love it. It looks so good.
That's one thing I do remember about it was like they were all really really talented when I did see it. I fixed my audio issue just now. Doesn't it sound way better now?
Sounds fine to me. Yeah.
Sounds better to me.
Now, there's something, I don't know the answer to this. I'm hoping at least one of you will. The new 2-minute plus up on Enchantment, is that going to be shown before the Halloween party? Can I see that?
I doubt it because it's part of the.
Because I want to see that.
Show.
I want to see that good 2 minutes of Enchantment and then leave.
They kick the peasants out at 6, and the party starts at 7. So Courtney and I got in at 4.
So I have to go another night to watch 2 minutes of a fireworks show.
Just go one night like you want to go to Kingdom and just watch that and
that's what I'm going to do.
That's what I would do.
Yeah,
watch it on Main Street.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
I'm not watching that show again. This is a good addition.
I'm going to watch
it's too little,
beginning.
too late. What was that? Thunder?
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm
Florida.
definitely going to
It's
watch
past
that
4 o'clock
new
in the
part.
summer.
But yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was worried about you guys during the rain. I was like, man, it's going to get rained out because it was
Well,
raining brutally.
We
that
were
day.
hiding over by Splash in the Laughing Place.
I
Just
love that
chilled
little area.
over there. And this hung out. Kids were sitting on top of the roof and stuff. And people were coming. People had ponchos on, but they were still hiding out from the rain. It's like, what's the deal? Well, why buy a poncho then if you're just going to hide in the rain?
A $12 poncho,
Thank
too,
you.
by the way.
Disney's like, all
Right.
right, take it. Do you know who buys ponchos? And I'm not even making a joke about him, but it's Kyle. Kyle's a poncho buyer.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
He's
we
scared
brought,
to get wet.
I'm not scared. I just don't like to.
You
I
just
don't
go
like it
home when
either,
it doesn't.
but-
I go home, but
Yeah.
I remember when I didn't go home and like I was on vacation here, I would just bring $1 poncho from like the dollar
Oh.
store. They're literally $1 versus $12 here. Like,
I just do an umbrella to keep my bag dry. I don't care about me. As long
During
as
the
my
summer, it's
bag
almost
and the
just
things
like-
in my bag
just
stay
like,
dry.
say, fuck it, you'll get dried in like 2 hours.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
will. The worst part is when we'd come here for resort is getting on the bus back to the resort and be
Oh,
freezing
yeah.
my ass off. I'm
Yeah.
soaked, but I just did it. You do it because I'm a man, Kyle Cosentino. I'm a man. Speaking of men, TikTok on Austin over there. You send him my regards.
What happened now? What do you do?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Same.
Did I miss this?
I missed it, too, I guess.
No, we said it on the show the other day.
Oh, it's the
His
same
little
one with the
comment
slap?
about the tortilla slap.
Oh, okay.
Oh
okay.
yeah, that's right.
I am
that's right, that's right.
training specifically to knock the shit out of him.
So what
all
do you
about the
do
hip
at the gym?
rotation.
What do you do at the gym to train for that?
It takes a
Uh,
pack of
Well,
tortillas
maybe
to a
don't
punching
say
bag.
because I don't want
Oh,
him to
I'm not
steal your
gonna give it out.
secrets.
Yeah, but there's a lot of blood.
We need to get you like I'll put on like TikTok and Instagram like a training montage of you like Rocky with the Rocky music. Do, do, do,
Yeah.
and like you have like a bag of tortillas. and
Tortilla slap.
You're hitting
Yeah, that's
hitting
right.
the punching bag.
When's he coming out here next?
Post.
I don't know yet. I
All
still
right.
don't know.
Maybe I'll show up on his doorstep. one day.
hit like.
I mean, he goes to school in Chicago, so hey, that's your
Oh,
home. That's your
shit.
hometown, man.
He's in school in Chicago.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
He's, Loyola? Is it Loyola? Does he go to
Why
Loyola?
am I? The Flyers. What are they called? Division II Flyers. I think it's. Wow, I'm a bad brother. for not knowing
Champagne?
this.
He doesn't go to the University of Champagne.
No,
Urbana.
it's not that one.
That wouldn't be in the city.
They're red and
Anyway.
white Flyers. I forget
Sure.
what they call it.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna find him. Still gonna find him. Yeah. We should totally make like a TikTok
That'd be
account
funny.
about training.
That'd be
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, Lewis.
Oh,
Flyers.
Lewis. Yeah. Okay.
Took me a second, but yeah,
Yeah.
Is that in like downtown Chicago?
not really. It's kind of like
I love Chicago to visit. I don't want to live there.
There's
but
a
it's
lot of
great
schools
city.
who live in the vicinity. Like it's the same
Yeah.
thing with people who live in the suburbs in Chicago. And I used to be one of them, but I'd live in a suburb about 20 miles out of the city and say I'm from Chicago.
That's what people do in Orlando.
Yeah,
Which might be what I'd be doing when I moved to Davenport.
Davenport's a little out there, ain't it?
It's like 10. It's not as bad as I was thinking because we're looking at houses now.
Mm-hmm.
Not to buy because it's still not time to buy. I mean, financially we could do it, but it's just like not a good time because
No,
everything's
the
still
mortgage
inflated.
industry
It's
is
brutal.
a pain in a padded ass.
So it's not. It's like I think we calculated it's only like 6 miles further
Okay.
from like because we're close to Springs,
Yeah.
and so like where we like from we're just like we're like 5 exits further, but just on the opposite side of property.
that's not bad at all.
And
That's
to have a
the same.
4 or 5 bedroom house
Yeah,
for
worth it.
what we're paying here, that's insane to not do that. And one of the houses we're looking at has a pool. Woohoo! So that's exciting. Anyway, speaking of things that aren't exciting, well, I guess maybe depending on your take on this, you might be excited. Let's go ahead and dive into the news here. First story up. Did you guys see the Bad Batch quietly got pushed back?
No.
No, I didn't see that.
It got
I was
quietly
wondering
pushed
about
back.
I mean,
that.
Andor did, so
Andor
I guess it's
did,
a
yeah.
ripple effect. like
Yeah,
that.
so Bad Batch got pushed back. It's not been like officially confirmed, but it kind of has been because Disney posted like a thing on Instagram and Twitter, all the social medias, like all the stuff that's coming out on.
Why is September 8th Disney Plus Day?
And that was when it launched.
It was November 12th.
No, it didn't. It's definitely November.
Yeah.
If this is Disney
Oh, really?
trying to, if
Yeah.
this is really.
Oh, you're right. It was November.
So why is there another Disney Plus Day now in the middle of
Gentlemen,
the summer?
Do you want to know why this is stupid? And this might be the reason why they picked it. But September 8th is the start of the NFL season this year.
It
Like
probably
I am
is
not
then.
getting anywhere near Disney Plus that day. Like I'm watching football. Like I don't know why they decided to launch all these things.
I didn't
on
know
I
September
didn't
when
even
the
think
NFL
about it, but
started.
yeah, November. It was November. I
It
was
was
just going like,
definitely
oh, it's the
November
November
12th. Yeah,
8th. Right.
What
You just
the hell?
assume.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You just
'Cause that
assume.
makes
I wasn't
sense,
thinking
but-
about it.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a Thursday, right?
I had
Yeah,
no
it's a
idea
Thursday.
football was starting that day, so I'm the opposite. I'm watching 3 things on Disney Plus, but
Well,
Yeah.
they showed all the things that were coming to Disney Plus, and this wasn't on it, but Andor was.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
did it get pushed back? They haven't come out and said it's been pushed back like they did with the trailer, but I'm assuming D23, which is right around the corner, which next week, get your D23 predictions because
I
we're
got
doing
my
that.
list already. I'm
you
not going
do?
to say it now, but I got it.
I mean,
Like-
we can do it.
No.
Nah, let's wait.
Come on,
What is it?
jackasses. I had to mud not you guys, but just in general, I had to wade through the mud of this top 10 we're doing next show. I hated doing this top 10.
Really?
Did you?
Yes,
Oh man,
hated it.
was
Why?
fun.
Fun,
See
but
the horrible
there was
scenes
a
that were
lot of
cut,
shit.
thankfully?
Like
Oh,
I got
there's a lot of
annoyed
bad.
after a while.
Oh, there's a lot of bad.
There's some
It's just-
horrible,
there's a lot of
horrible
bad
scenes.
There- There's a lot of so bad where you're like, George Lucas
I
should be shot.
Hate's a strong word, and I guarantee you I didn't get through all of them. I probably maybe got through 20% of the deleted scenes.
Really?
I probably
I don't know
It's like-
because
it's like a
it's
2-hour
like every
thing.
other fucking video. It's like here's another deleted scene. It's like, well, I thought I just fucking watched it.
I feel like
Star
I did
Wars theory
maybe
and-
75% of them. There's some I missed, but I
The
watched
best
most
way to
of
watch
them.
the deleted scenes, at least the ones that are worth watching, is just go on Disney Plus, go to the extras for each of the movies,
That's
and just
what I
watch
did.
the deleted
Mine
scenes.
There's
well.
none for episode 9 though.
No,
And then I'm like,
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
there's going to be a book one day written about that
Oh,
movie, and
yeah.
I cannot fucking wait to read it because
There
that
was-
movie is such a fucking colossal disaster.
Forward written by Bob Chapek.
There was one video I watched about a episode 9 deleted scene that
Is it about the bog monster
The
thing?
Eye of the Webbish Bog.
Yes.
on Mustafar.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad that's cut because I just.
I think it would have been cool.
Oh, the concept was fucking badass.
it looks like a toy that Sid would create in Toy Story.
Yes,
I was like,
but-
I
like
like that.
you're on Mustafar.
What?
If there's a place
Yeah,
and a time
thank you.
to,
Yeah,
to
if
do
you're gonna
weird
do that
shit
on
like
Star
that,
Wars-
that's the place to do it.
Plus,
Yeah,
it makes
but don't
sense
make it
on
look
how
like a
Kylo
Sid toy.
finds the Wayfinder though, and he just like kills a bunch of people on a forest
I like that,
you
yeah.
don't know is Mustafar until after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, even us, we watched it. We're like, that looks like Mustafar.
I didn't think it was Mustafar.
It took us a second. We still didn't know for sure. We're like,
I
I think it
assumed
is.
it was,
Yeah, we
but-
assumed. But yeah.
We saw the movie together, didn't we?
yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
But yeah, so Bad Batch was supposed to be September 28th, and Andor is September 21st. So now that's probably why Bad Batch is quietly
Well, they probably
moving.
just don't want to double up Star Wars content. Like,
Yeah.
why would they do that? Because if you're a Star Wars fan, you can watch two. Like,
I'm
it
fine
just,
with
it just
that.
makes business. I like
True,
it because
I'd be
I
okay
can
with
enjoy
it.
two things at two different times.
Yeah.
right.
But for business sense, like for them, it makes sense too. Because if you're a hardcore Star Wars fan like we are, you then are like tied into 3 or 4 months versus 1 month of
Yeah.
Disney Plus.
Because,
Which
yeah,
my Disney Plus subscription is not going anywhere anytime soon.
Oh no,
no,
mine
I
never
love
will.
it.
So
Mine
it's-
never will. Yeah.
unless
Yeah,
they
it's-
up
they'd
it
have
to
to
the
really
magic
piss
key
me off.
prices.
Yeah, they'd have to really piss me off
Yeah.
to get me to get rid of that. But I think we're all in agreement. Good idea, right? Like a solid.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it.
I mean, last season for Bad Batch, there was already days that I woke up and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot Bad Batch is today.
Mhm.
So if you put Andor on top of that, I'm gonna be like Andor, and then I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I guess Bad Batch too.
Yeah.
So like push it back so I can like maybe remember it.
Don't sleep on Bad Batch season 2. It could end up being better than
It does look way
Andor.
better. So yeah,
I don't know. I'm getting really hyped for Andor.
same.
Well, moving into the next story here, the new Andor images that got released today
Yeah.
was like on the Star Wars Leaks subreddit. I don't know where they came from.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see anything
they're
like
legit.
official. They looked fucking awesome.
yeah.
The first one is like a bar, and it almost like reminds me kind of like the Oga's Cantina bar
Little bit.
concept. I mean, the original one had
Yeah.
like the aquarium with like the weird thing swimming in it, but
Yeah.
it almost looked like concept art of something. Like I couldn't place it, but it looked really really cool. I want to know what planet that's on because it doesn't seem like it's Coruscant.
It's probably a planet that
Might
we
be his
don't know
home
yet.
planet. Yeah, maybe it's just his home planet, which I
called
don't.
the Boucher.
That's the only way I'm okay with more planets is if you start naming
Name
them
it
after
Good
like,
canon.
like us. Like
Well, Christian
Harloff
Harloff
has one.
Harloff Minor,
yeah,
which
that's
is
so
dope,
cool.
which is so cool, man. But his name like works for it.
Yeah,
Like I think you could
Boucher,
do any
Boucher,
of us.
that doesn't sound very Star Warsy.
Okri Major,
That does.
Yeah, maybe. Okari.
Okri.
Yeah.
Put a little
Major.
apostrophe in there.
Yeah, that does.
I just want my droid SBH 216.
Yeah, that'll happen. Now that you've said it multiple
Matt
times.
Martin, make it happen, dude.
Yep.
Make me a
That
droid.
could
in
be
Star Wars.
Ty Verasi's droid.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be great. Could you imagine? You know how pissed I would have been if
It'd
that
be
had been the
perfect because you created Ty and you've created that droid. So
Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to talk about this, and this is what the title of the episode is hinting at. I think it's the third image of the 4 that I sent you guys. One of the planets looks suspiciously like Batuu,
vaguely
but
similar.
almost kind of like Jeddah.
Yeah, but Jeddah looks
those
like
two
Batuu.
look like
and
each
Batuu
other.
They look
looks
the
like-
same.
yeah.
So like
It's probably Jeddah.
It's probably Jeddah. I doubt it's going to be Batuu, but what do you guys think? Because this got me thinking. Like, we still have yet to see something with Batuu in it, and now that like the land's a hit, and like this is the one time like they've
It's a
made
hit for us people that are smart, but for
But,
all
like-
the idiots out there, it's not.
But think about it, like Mando and stuff that was in production before the land was out.
yeah,
Book of Boba Fett, yeah, they could, but that for the story they were telling doesn't make sense for them really to leave Tatooine.
Well, shit. Solo had
Mentions
mentions
of it.
of
true.
it. in
Bad
it.
Batch
So-
would have been perfect though. We already talked
Yes.
about it. Instead of Sid's cantina, it should have been Oga's cantina.
Yeah.
and you see Oga instead of Sid.
Yeah.
there you go.
That would have been
So,
dope. But do you think it's gonna? Do you think what are the percentage chances you think this is gonna happen? That this is gonna that
Cassian?
Batuu is gonna show up in some way?
Oh,
Because it seems like this takes place over like different time periods and different years, and so he's gonna have to be doing some sort of traveling around and hopping around. What do you guys?
Yeah.
I mean, do you think it's a possibility?
Not in Andor. My guess, I told you guys earlier, is Ahsoka.
genius
It's going to show up
guess.
in Ahsoka, and voila, we're going to get her at Disneyland the following day.
True Disneyland.
Yeah,
not us.
right.
Yeah, you're
Do
right.
they still have Bo-Katan and Boba Fett out there?
Fennec.
You mean
Oh,
Fennec
sorry,
Shand?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a daily thing. That's a normal thing
God, that's
for
awesome.
Disneyland.
I don't
Yeah.
know if I want it though. I don't know. I can't tell.
I
to
do.
be fair, Disneyland
I'd
doesn't
love a
have
meet and
the
greet with Ahsoka.
issue with guests like mobbing them that
Yeah.
they would have here. Like that was probably
Even
why. That's probably why
today,
it's not here.
On Planet today, I was by the Falcon and I saw Rey and Vi and Chewie walking through, heading towards the Falcon to go, past the gate under the Falcon,
Mhm.
and they couldn't even get to the gate. Guests were just surrounding them and grabbing their coattails and everything.
I
And
just
it's-
saw Ray talking to people like not behind a gate or anything recently. She was
right.
just
They
chilling
do,
by
yeah,
herself.
they do roam, but as soon as they start getting swamped, it's like, all right, let's go,
Oh,
let's
they
get
tell
out,
them.
got it,
let's
got it.
go.
Which is a big problem here, especially because
Yeah,
tourists and stuff.
social
and-
cues. And,
Yeah.
People
So
don't have social
tourists.
cues here in
No.
Florida.
No,
They don't have them in California either. Don't get that twisted.
they just don't care because it's more it's like more normal for them to be wandering around. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we have a good chance of it like showing up or being I think for sure mentioned, maybe not shown. I mean, this planet is like important to Star Wars now, so
Yeah.
it's got to come up sometime, and the show is pretty anticipated.
You would come on.
Like even like as bad as Resistance is, and I still like it, but I know it's bad. That was a perfect chance to do it. We've talked about it before. Like
Mhm.
it's a little kid show. Have your little kid sitting at home, and they were like, "Wait, that looks like that one Disney place that I saw on TV. Mommy, can I go to this Disney place?" There you go.
Yeah.
Like it should have been in Resistance. It should have been in Bad Batch, but
And then
It wasn't.
a voice comes over their Alexa. We've conveniently debited
Right.
your account $250 to book.
I saw that the on the box is kind of sneakily put on the Magic Band boxes that they work with Alexa.
The
Magic
pluses
Band
are just
pluses.
the.
I didn't know that.
that's
Yeah,
funny.
I don't know
I don't
how
know- I
or
don't
why.
have
well,
one of
in
those, so.
some Disney resort
I have one, but
rooms
I don't
now,
use it.
they
I
have
got it
that.
as a gift, and I just don't.
Right.
I don't need it listening to me 24/7.
There's some
You
Disney
screaming
resort
cunt
rooms
at
that are
people.
starting that, right? Like, wasn't that announced at something recently that there's some Hey Mickey instead of Hey Alexa coming
Yeah,
out?
yeah, that was the
yeah.
the in-room thing, but that
Yeah.
like makes sense because then you have to call the front desk.
Yeah.
You know what's this was completely unnecessary, but it's a nice to have in my Disney experience now. But the car locator app,
Yeah.
used it a few times. It's actually cool.
I haven't
Isn't it
used
just
I gotta
like you
give
put the
Disney props.
number in?
It automatically detects where you're at.
Oh,
It
that's
knows
cool.
where you're at. You just select the row.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah, more people
That's not
need
bad.
to use that. That is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it look like any of those pictures that I sent you of Andor that they de-aged him?
Cassian, no.
Yeah, no.
When I looked at it originally, I didn't think so.
I just wonder because he's supposed to be younger, and
Well,
they
yeah.
said it like it's pretty far back too. So I mean, the guy
And
can't
Rogue One
be that.
came out
not-
how long ago?
It's
6
not-
years ago?
It's only
Yeah.
5 years before Rogue One,
right.
the whole thing.
Yeah, but he's aged 10
He's
years
aged
in that.
6 years as a normal
True.
human, as an actor.
Well, that's something a little makeup can knock
Yeah.
off.
So they would only have to de-age him like 10, maybe 12 years or so.
But how old is the guy? I mean, if he's like, to me,
Yeah.
he was like in his 30s, so he's like playing a 21
He
year old.
really does look the same to me.
Does he?
I'm looking at
I mean,
the shot of his
he's
face.
a good looking dude. Like he doesn't.
Oh,
he's
that's
not-
a shot of your asshole you sent. Whoops.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa.
You shouldn't-
Well, he's a good-looking dude, too.
don't,
but
don't post it on Instagram.
too late.
Do it.
Don't post it on Instagram. Oh my God! No
don't
way.
do it. But I mean, I'm getting excited.
Yeah.
This is the one to show that. I mean, I'm excited for all new Star Wars. Like we said before, like of course I'm going to watch it, but I'm still like, I'm getting excited, but like I'm still kind of like, is this fucking necessary? But I don't think it's going to be like all on him. I think this is going to
Yeah.
be a universe building show
Yep.
for the Empire this time. What?
I just thought of you in your garage at 4 a.m. on September 21st. Be like, I just watched the first 3 episodes, everybody. This is the greatest Star Wars content ever.
No spoilers here, but when that guy did the thing, he was so good. I gotta tell you.
I don't want to. I want that to happen. Like I'm always rooting for this shit. Like I want it all to be good. I think people are. I'm trying not to get overhyped like I was for Obi-Wan because I was way too hyped for that show.
Oh, sure. So was I.
That show just didn't deliver for me.
And I'm trying to curb myself with Ahsoka already because I could feel myself getting there.
Yeah,
with
I
that
was super hyped for Kenobi, and it hit. It hit perfect for me.
It didn't hit perfect for me. It wasn't even close to perfect. I mean, some of the episodes were really, really solid, but I'd give it like out of 100, I'd give it like an 80. Like I've rewatched a few episodes.
I'd give it like an 80, 85. Yeah,
but that's not perfect.
Well, no, like it hit perfect. I know there's like 2 bad episodes. You know, like that one that we talked about, the Inquisitorious Fallen Order ripoff. Had parts that I liked, but the more we talk about it, the more I'm like, yeah, that episode wasn't great. I know it's not perfect.
I don't have this on my list to talk about, but did you guys see the story that came out that the original idea? I think you guys talked about this on
Ewan McGregor's interview. Yeah,
that the original idea was that it was going to be him and Luke, and Leia came in later, and it was like,
how
we didn't want. I mean. It was cool to see a young Leia, and the girl that played her kicked ass.
Yeah,
great job.
But how do you think the story should be him and Luke? Like that don't.
But it just doesn't make sense canon-wise. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you get Luke out of that? Like that would have been bad.
Wait, Luke?
No, it wouldn't have.
Wait,
I think so.
Wait, you think it would have been bad with Luke?
Yeah.
Oh, you're out of your fucking mind. That's the whole story.
I don't know.
That's what he's there on Tatooine to do. Is to watch over Luke.
I said it on
something goes wrong. I mean, he's not on Tatooine to check out Leia.
But no, okay, if he's just not hanging out with him, like if it was literally just trade Luke for Leia, I don't want them having hour-long conversations and hanging out and being buddy-buddy. I'm like, they don't really know each other when they meet each other in A New Hope. So I don't want Luke to be like, hey, it's you again. I saw you a few years ago.
Yeah, but they don't. He knows he's old, crazy Ben Kenobi, though.
Yeah,
for
probably because he's heard rumors and heard stories.
But Leia doesn't mention shit. She's like, you helped serve my father in the Clone Wars.
Right.
That's like their only connection.
Well, then Luke shows up. He says, I'm here with Ben Kenobi. And she goes, Ben Kenobi? She like gets so excited and freaks out. Cause, like,
do you think she just didn't know his name was Obi-Wan Kenobi? I thought that she calls him Ben in the fucking thing, doesn't she?
Yeah. She has a connection with him in A New Hope. Like, she calls him Ben in A New Hope.
Yeah, but not like you saved me from Flea once.
I think it's
like
definitely
connection.
That. She's so excited. She's like, Ben Kenobi. She's like so happy to see him, or not to see him because she.
I mean, it's easy to make that connection now. It is.
Yeah.
I mean,
but there's no connection with Luke to be like that old guy you guys talk about. Okay, yeah, I've heard of him, but then if the whole show is him and baby Luke, I'd be like, wait, you do know him?
To me, they have him and Luke have a bigger connection than him and Leia. Like even in the movies, like he's like an uncle.
Yeah,
I mean, Uncle Owen is his uncle, but like
Obi-Wan's relationship with Luke continued past his death.
Yeah,
and Leia, seemingly Leia and him never spoke after,
which is so fucking stupid. Like it was just like you can make the connection more to him and Luke than you can him and Leia, at least in my head. And I thought it was cool and it was a good left turn. But if you were going to go that route, I've said this from the jump. I've said this during the recaps we were doing. Wrap that story up in 2 episodes. It shouldn't have been the entire fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would have been way more interesting if Reva found out that his kid was Luke and he's trying to protect him from her on Tatooine. Like, that would have been way better. And then you get the whole thing with Leia at the beginning and then you get him back on Tatooine. That just would have been a much more grounded story. Like, it just didn't make any sense to him.
Yeah.
Like,
or it could have been a race to Vader. Reva and Obi-Wan. Oh, that's his? Let me go tell him, and then Obi-Wan beats her there, and then he beats Reva, then he fights Vader.
I got overhyped with that, and I don't want that to happen with me for Andor. And don't get me wrong, I still like Obi-Wan, but the more I go back and watch it, the more I just have like issues. I also didn't pick up on this at all during the show, but on rewatches, the lightsabers look so weird.
I haven't picked that
they
up.
Look like Galaxy's Edge lightsabers. Where like if you look at the originals,
they use Neos though. So
they
I don't know.
Yeah, but they don't. That's not how lightsabers glow on film. Like if you look at
that's true.
Any of the shows, like they don't glow like they did in Obi-Wan. It was like they use it as lighting, which I mean, I love red and blue lighting. Don't get twisted, but like,
but that
just looks weird.
We're in the red light district, people.
Yeah, red and blue lights in here. It's like 3D.
Like the Vader and Obi-Wan battle on that random moon that vaguely looked like Batuu. Speaking of which. It wasn't, I don't think, but it vaguely looked like it. But that was like very dark and not lit well enough. So that's like a more lighting and like how it was shot problem.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
it's just how it was shot looked janky to me. I don't know. This one looks more cinematic than Obi-Wan does. Obi-Wan
It
looked
does.
very much like it was filmed in the volume.
Yep.
Yeah, well, this was practical. They said they filmed practically, and that's what
Like
I can't
exclusively,
wait.
right?
Yeah.
Like there's no volume in
They
this whatsoever.
barely
Yeah.
went volume.
Barely? Okay.
Yeah, and that's what I can't wait to see. Like this is gonna look. Like, this is gonna feel like old school Star Wars.
There's times to use the volume and times to not use it. You shouldn't get like overly reliant on it, which I think Obi-Wan did, and I think maybe some of Boba Fett did.
Yeah.
But like Mando, I don't think overuses
I
it.
like those odds.
Exactly.
I like that.
You got to be very careful with those odds.
I think it works on a small scale.
Yeah.
Like when you're looking at the background of a marketplace, like it works. But when you're using it
Yes.
for like a
Yes.
ship landing, like that doesn't
Yeah.
look good.
Exactly.
There were some shots in that.
Yeah,
just
like
looked
Kenobi
jank as hell.
overused the volume. So
Yeah.
like I think Andor is going to be great with that. And even like some of Book of Boba Fett, when they showed Mando getting his N1 starfighter, have you seen that clip? It's like the cockpit is there, and behind the cockpit is the full volume. And when he's like doing flips and spinning, the screen is just like
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's not the actual. Like they don't spin it like they used to do back in the day when they would move stuff practically.
no, because like he would be completely going upside down. He was doing like I'll try spinning. That's a good trick. That kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So instead of moving the cockpit and making
Oh,
Pedro
that-
Pascal puke in the helmet, they've just rotated the entire volume around. him.
Gotcha.
Did you ever play Last of Us? Speaking of Pedro Pascal,
No.
that movie trailer just dropped. I gotta check that out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're doing a movie.
Mhm.
Is it an adaptation of the game or
Yeah.
is it okay?
I believe. I gotta see the trailer. I haven't
Gotcha.
seen it yet,
Is
but I know
Pedro the lead in it?
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool. I love him. I think he's cool as Mando. I love his voice. His voice is just like
Yeah.
From the second I heard that, I'm like, yep, that works.
That sounds
That
great.
sounds right.
Yeah,
that sounds
perfect sound design.
Sounds like
And
what I want.
he's a Marvel role away from the trifecta.
Yeah,
Then Oscar Isaac
True.
is a DC role away from.
from being in everything.
Yeah, literally. Well, it's the same with Pedro. He was in DC.
What was he in DC? He's in Suicide
Maxwell
Squad,
Lord.
wasn't he?
No.
Mark Hamill too technically needs
No,
a
it was-
Marvel
Well,
thing now.
he was in the Wonder Woman sequel as Maxwell Lord.
Oh, I thought it was the
Suicide Squad?
No, the show with
Oh,
the wrestler.
Peacemaker?
Yeah, I thought it was
No,
that.
no, no,
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I remembered it being.
Well, even McGregor too. Even though he said he's not going to be in Marvel, he's not been in Marvel, but he's now done DC,
oh yeah,
Star
Mhm.
Wars,
Black Mask. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. You never know.
Oh, McGregor's Black Mask.
Mm-hmm. And Birds of Prey. Yeah, great
Is
job.
he really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, I haven't
No,
seen it.
no.
I heard it like he was good, and the
I'm just not
movie
big on
was
DCEU.
pretty good.
I know. I'm sorry.
Same, I'm not either, but
I'm just not big.
I
on
heard
it.
it was
I know
good,
you
though.
guys aren't. Birds of Prey. Yeah,
Yeah.
This is where Kyle and I are very staunchly against each other on Birds of Prey. I liked it. He didn't. He's a racist and a misogynist.
It
so,
makes sense why he wouldn't like it.
So let me just get those. So here's his. Yeah, that's for Kyle there. And then Evan, you missed our show last week unless you listened.
I haven't yet. I'm going to.
We have a racist alarm now.
Good.
Irish or African?
So that's for you, Kyle. Just again for Kyle.
Irish or African?
Thank you.
I love that one.
Yeah.
7 Practical Jokers.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, it sounds
that's
like
Q.
yeah, it sounded like one of them. It reminds me of that song we wrote a while ago.
Oh God,
Fisher in Puerto Rico?
What?
it's close.
yeah.
All right,
So-
moving on to the. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
We were talking about Ewan McGregor's Black Mask. Yeah, he played a good modern take on Roman Sionis. Pretty good crime boss. He served his purpose in Birds of Prey. And spoiler alert, you guys probably aren't going to
I'm not gonna watch
run
it.
to go see it. But he actually died, and his
Yeah, I heard that
villain
already.
character died
Yeah.
in the movie. So like, wow, consequences. And
Well, I mean,
It was-
there's another universe version of him out there, so no consequences.
well, not in DC yet. We haven't seen the multiverse there yet. So
Yeah,
you
but
can't.
it's coming.
I know, but you can't beat DC up
True.
for it. Go full swing on the MCU, Evan,
Yeah.
please. But anyway, yeah, he did a good job. The movie's rated R, so I love me comic book movies that are rated R.
I do too.
So,
Have you watched The Boys
Yeah.
yet?
no,
You gotta get fucking on that show,
I'm putting
dude.
it.
It's so good, man. I finished
I know.
I finished all 3 seasons in like a week.
I'll get there.
So, and they're hour-long episodes.
I'll get there.
Speaking, I want to clear up something on Fourth Motherbox. I think it was Kyle that said that I defended Ezra Miller. I didn't defend Ezra Miller.
When? That's no way. Like
I
Yeah,
did
it
not
doesn't sound like
defend-
something I
you've said
said.
that he needs to just be
I
shot.
think it
you're
was
like,
him.
You're like, just take him out and
he
shoot
was
him.
saying you
It's not-
said to give
Defend.
like, kind of benefit of the doubt-ish.
Yeah, you should give everyone the benefit of the doubt until some
Exactly.
shit pops up. Like that's
Yeah.
not a. I'm
You
not
were
defending
saying-
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, you're saying if this is all true, he should be
he
shot.
should be. He should be shot. Like
but
kill
you're
this
like,
guy.
you're like, also, if it's not true,
Leave
then,
him the fuck alone.
Yeah,
and
then
quit
he's
saying
fine.
shit about him that's not true.
Yeah. But if it's true,
so just,
horrible.
Just for the record, I didn't defend Ezra Miller. Anybody who listens to Fourth Mother Box and wanted to hear me.
And you think you're
thinking I was defending a fucking pedophile. That's the last thing on this fucking planet I would do, especially after this. Nah, man. Sitting on my coffee here. I'm gonna be sitting on the toilet after this fucking coffee.
That's our transition.
It's a
It gets us off the one topic onto the other.
Speaking of Obi-Wan Kenobi,
yeah, we did somewhere.
this is exciting, and this is on Disney Plus Day as well. This was the.
I'm not calling it Disney Plus Day, just so everyone knows, because it's not.
It started the NFL season for me.
I'm not calling it that either. But
Can we find out why this? Can somebody look this up? Why it's
Nerd.
Disney Plus Day?
I don't
you
think
look
it's
it up?
out there. I don't
Can
think
you
anyone
look
knows.
up why it's like? Just see if you can find anything.
I'll try.
In the meantime, Obi-Wan Kenobi, a Jedi's Return documentary on Disney Plus comes out on September 8th.
Yeah, that looks fun.
I cannot wait for this because I think you're gonna get some cool, like maybe behind the scenes shots of like the first time Hayden was back as like in costume, not like on screen, but like the first time he put the costume on. Like there's probably so much
First time
cool
he killed a
stuff.
kid again. God.
Right. He was like, "Oh, it feels so good." But like I think there's a lot of cool stuff here, and this is I want this, and I just kind of not shit on Obi-Wan Kenobi because I like the show, but like since I was a little harsh on it, I would much rather see this than like Mando season 3. We get it now; it's the volume, blah blah blah. There's things about this that are behind the scenes that I want to see, like them seeing each other on set for the first time.
Yeah.
First time Hayden puts the suit on. There's just so much cool stuff here. I mean, this is going to be required viewing for me on Disney Plus Day, Evan.
They are celebrating it in the parks as well, just like they did for
Right.
real Disney Plus Day.
At studios, a whole
Yeah.
bunch of shit's supposedly. I guess we're
Yeah.
gonna get a hat again,
Which
maybe.
it'll end at like 3 or 4 o'clock, like it did that day too.
Yeah,
But,
so we won't be able to
yeah.
enjoy
So
it
I get
and
off
do
at
it.
work at like 5 or 6. I won't be able to see it. But
But this is interesting. What do you guys want to see out of this?
yeah, just
Out of
anything with Hayden
Obi-Wan?
and Ewan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Hayden stuff.
Yeah.
Really.
What do you think? You think there's going to be any crumbs of like season 2 talk?
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be shocked if they announced a season 2 via this.
D23.
Oh, okay, that, yeah. Well, it's around the same time, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 11th.
September 9, 10, and 11 is
11th.
D23.
Yeah, the 11th is the Parks panel. So I keep saying 11th, but yeah, it's the weekend of that weekend.
Guys, this is why they're
That's
doing
why
it.
it's Disney Plus Day. It's because it's
Duh.
no
Oh,
shit.
I'm not
There
calling
it
it
is.
that. I'm calling it D23. Because that's more
why.
important.
That's
D23 is
D23.
pretty big. Are we just going to
Took us
disrespect that now? Like
32 minutes into the show to figure that one
because it
out.
makes no sense.
Christ.
Like D23 is kind of a big deal. Let's not change it to Disney.
But here's the
Plus
thing,
Day.
dude. I don't think it's going to be a big deal this year.
It's
not.
Yeah,
It's
it should
not.
be a big deal.
It's not
but
going to be.
maybe that's why. Because they're gonna be like, "Hey, D23, it's not a big deal." Disney Plus Day though.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Chapek.
You like nachos?
We're announcing nachos
But,
in the parks.
For only $15.99
Gold-plated nachos.
per chip.
It gives an unprecedented amount of food control for our guests. Like, you know, be some stupid.
Portion control.
My favorite thing when they do these stupid
Portion.
bullshit,
Yeah.
like announcements,
Churros.
like Disney, like Genie Plus when they announced it, like unprecedented control of your Disney day,
Mm.
and it's like I love to hear how
We
they
already got
spin
that.
it,
Yeah.
like how they go, like, oh, it's better for you.
You mean all the buzzwords too?
Yeah,
that they're
it's
throwing?
so fucking
Mm.
corny. I hate it so much. That's the one thing about Disney that I cannot stand. It's like how corny their shit is sometimes. Where you're just like,
Yeah.
ugh, gross. Speaking of things that aren't gross, Claudia Gray recently in an interview said that Lost Stars 2 is probably going to happen.
Oh shoot, I didn't see that.
Yes,
Dude,
and there
Lost Stars is one of my favorites.
I know. It's why I wanted to bring this up because I know you love it so much. Here's the quote from her. She said, I firmly believe it's going to happen someday. We just have to see what lines up with their publishing schedules, but I hear good things from them. I think it's going to happen. AKA, she's already writing it. Because if
Heck
you
yeah.
weren't, you'd be going like, we'll see. But it sounds to me like they've got a publishing date lined up,
Heck yeah.
and she's writing Lost Stars 2. So I'm curious. Now, what do you do with Lost Stars 2? Because it ends...
Do you use the same two characters, or do you do like the same
You
idea
can,
but
right?
first order time?
Without
Like,
spoilering it. You kind of can't use both
they should take the
characters, right?
same concept and just do first order time.
But then it's
That'd
just,
be so
But
good.
then you're just telling the same story again.
Well, you know, Mark Ruffalo says that's what Star Wars does anyway. So
The last thing we want is him to be right.
We
Yeah.
already talked about him like 2 shows ago.
I know, I still hate him for that.
God.
but yeah, you're right.
He was good in She-Hulk, man. I like She-Hulk. Did
Oh, I
you
haven't
watch
seen
She-Hulk
it
yet?
No.
I liked it, man.
I
It was
forgot.
good.
I didn't even know it was out until like yesterday.
Here's how good it was. I didn't even realize the episode was over. Like
Oh, that's good.
I was watching it and I was
It's always
like,
a good
I was
sign.
like, wait, what? That's over
Yeah.
already? And Holly was like, yeah. I was like, that was
Always a good
32 minutes or 38, whatever it was.
that
I was
was-
like, wow, okay. Now there's some corny woke shit in there that I'm not a fan of.
I've heard.
but the story's good, man. I dig it.
Nice.
I dig it. I also don't know what it's like to be a chick. So there's like obviously like she gets like people are calling it catcalled, but it's a little more aggressive than that in the show. And I'm sure that is kind of scary if you're a girl. So I don't know.
You know, I mean, it's
hard for us to say.
Right. Since this is probably a hot button topic, I've always said, and I've told Courtney, and I've told anybody who'd listen to me, that I think it's incredibly tougher to be a woman than it is a man.
For sure.
Yeah, that's not even in doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's
Like
not even in doubt.
I've never walked in a bar or in a club or anywhere and had like somebody like catcall or whistle at me or whatever. Like, that's not something
I don't think that's because of
do.
your gender.
I've been hit on, but like, well, you're right. You're right. Like,
Kidding.
I got hit on it by a gay dude at Disney Springs the other day, and I
That's
gotta
different.
say it was a little uncomfortable. And so I couldn't imagine it being a girl like that getting that 24/7.
yeah.
You didn't like the attention?
I didn't not like it. It was just like it was rather aggressive.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of
Interesting,
aggressive,
okay.
and I was just like, "All right, dude. Like, I'm here with
Yeah.
my girlfriend. Like, you see that I'm not
I'm married
gay."
to the woman who aggressively came on to me, so it goes to show you how much I've seen it.
But like, it was just like, okay, thanks, dude. Like, I get
Yeah.
it. And it was like every time I like acknowledge it, it just more and more. Like, I was like looking for a T-shirt. And he goes, "Excuse me, sir," and I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "You have beautiful hair." And I was like, "Thanks." And then like,
okay,
we
thanks,
started,
bye.
that wasn't it. That wasn't like that's not the aggressive. But like, we were at the register. It was like all jokes, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna wear this to bed?" And he was like, "Wink," and like, and I was like, "Hey, man."
Yeah, maybe don't do that.
Yeah, it was just it's a little aggressive. But it was just odd.
You know
And
what?
that's what made me think.
Yeah.
That's what made me think about this on the show. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
on the show, they're not like, "Hey, sweetheart, what's it going?" They're like aggressively like surrounding her and shit. And I'm like, "All right, man,
Show
that's a
me
little-"
your whoa.
But it was just
Show
it was
me
just
that
wild.
green piece. Hey.
Hey, but like I get how it could make people uncomfortable, but I also see how like men don't see it as that bad. But like,
Yes. It's because
we're dudes. Like it's not gonna affect
no
us the same
excuse,
way
but
it's
it's
gonna.
like it's a hardwired thing. It's different. There's like no excuse to like you can't you see a woman you don't know walking by, just say something physical about her that demeans her. That's stupid. But it's like people think that's just
And
right.
anymore though, I feel like
wild.
it's even like
That's
hard.
right. I don't want to say about catcalling. When has that ever worked? Even
It always
does
does
the
opposite.
Let me see your tits, and she's like, "Okay," and you're like, "Wait, I didn't think
Oh,
what?
what?
I didn't think
Like,
you'd get
what?
this far."
Hey, just get back from the war over here. Hey.
Also though, like nowadays, I feel almost it's hard to compliment anybody. It's like, hey, nice hair. It's like, well, I'm not hitting on you. I have a girlfriend. I'm just saying like that it looks good or whatever. Like it's
Yeah.
hard to even do that now.
Better
People
not
are
like an
gonna,
Instagram post.
I just keep
yeah,
my mouth shut.
Like, yeah.
Or what I've started doing is I've started like pointing stuff out to Holly, but I do it to guys too. I'm like, that dude's like fucking shredded or whatever,
yeah.
just so it's not weird. Did that get unplugged or did that?
What are we talking
It's a
about?
good question. The fan.
The fan. Hey, why don't you talk about Jedi?
Oh
Survivor
yeah,
while I fix
that
this?
sure. Let's. Speaking of book news, right? We were talking about Lost Stars too. So, Evan, I had made mention of this in the chat as well, but there is some news that just kind of snuck in there. Even Star Wars is just like tossed it out there, right?
Yeah.
So the I don't know his name, but Jedi Battle Scars is a novel coming out that is going to be released in May of 2023. It is linking Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. It will link the events between the first game. Is that rain?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's raining.
Ladies and gentlemen, raining here at Jedi Talk Live. So it will link Jedi Fallen Order to the brand new game, which this author, Matt something, sorry I don't have his name in front of me, confirmed that the game will be coming out the same time the novel comes out.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
So this just solidifies and confirms
let's hope that the game's not like
the rumor. I mean, I'm still not getting my hopes up with this, just because games notoriously get pushed back.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
So,
like it's a real
Especially
problem.
Star Wars games. Like,
Well, any games, man.
Any
Like,
game.
Hogwarts
Any
got
game.
pushed back. Like a bunch of stuff gets.
Although
pushed back.
with Hogwarts we got a date and they actually released a trailer today. We can pre-order it
Oh, no way.
on Thursday. Mm-hmm.
that game's interesting because I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but like the idea of it, like when Kyle on the podcast said that like walking around Hogwarts, like
Yeah.
that's got to be pretty fucking.
I
cool.
can't wait to do
Do you get
that.
to create your own character?
Yep.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And
That's cool.
from what I understand, you pick your house.
As a concept.
I hope there's an option to randomly get chosen to a house after like questions you get asked. I think that'd be cool.
That'd
You
be
don't-
way better.
you don't
Yeah.
get to choose though in the story, do you? Doesn't
No,
like somebody
no,
tell
the-
you what
the
you are?
sorting-
Yeah, the sorting hat tells you.
Okay. So yeah, you shouldn't be able to select. It should be randomly. The thing tells
It
you.
should be based on on the questions, like you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Just put the Pottermore quiz in the game.
Basically, yeah.
The sorting hat chooses based on like the quality that you see that you respect the most. So, like it's the quality that you hold the highest. Like if you're a courageous person, you're probably going to be Gryffindor. If you like hold courage in a high
Nice.
regard, yeah.
That's how it should be. It shouldn't just
Yeah.
be you pick.
Have you ever taken the test?
Yeah, multiple times. But
Are
I've
you a
forgotten.
Hufflepuff?
I have forgotten.
No, he's definitely Gryffindor. You're teetering Hufflepuff Gryffindor.
I'm a Gryffindor. What are you, Ravenclaw?
I'm Ravenclaw. Yeah.
Cool.
What is Courtney? She's a girl. She's Slytherin.
She's Slytherin, yeah.
Yeah, she's a girl. They're all Slytherin.
No, some of them are Hufflepuffs, like that bubbly.
Holly was a Slytherin. I was like, that adds up.
I guarantee you, Taylor seems like she's a Hufflepuff.
Probably.
Find out.
Good.
I'm sure she's taking the test.
Two little Hufflepuffs.
Oh yeah, she will actually know. If you asked her right now, she'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
snap!"
At least to me, she seems like she's got that bubbly personality. So.
Yeah. Well, that's all the news, fellas. Anything else? Sorry. The other. That's one of the books for Fallen Order.
Yes, and then the other one, we don't know what's going to happen with.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We don't know the story.
Well, the second book that got announced was a Art of book, Art of Jedi Survivor.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was another like general.
That's
story.
what I thought. But it said 2 books announced. The second one, according to Star Wars Newsnet, it had like the sample.
I'm going to go back and look at that Star Wars article.
I thought it was too
me.
much to have 2 of the same novels plus a game come out. That seemed like a lot.
Yeah, but the second novel, I thought wasn't coming out till like the end of summer. So maybe I misspoke, but.
I was under the impression that it was 2 books as well, and then when I did the research for today, it was an Art of book. But where's the Art of book for the first one? Did they make one?
I have never seen one.
I'm pretty sure it exists. Something
if they
exists.
did, I need to buy that because
Yeah, I
that's
would
the
love
only
to have
Art of
that.
book that they've made
Something
in recent
exists.
times that I don't have.
I feel like it's on Amazon.
I'll have to check it out because I would love that. But yeah, the Art of book. I love the Art of books. They're
Yeah.
so fucking great.
They're good shit.
Did you ever look through the Galaxy's Edge one that I got you for Christmas last year? It's such a cool fucking book.
Right away, yeah. I went right to the Halcyon shit too.
Yeah.
That was
It
like
was still a little bit before we were going.
yeah. All right, well that's the episode today. That was pretty good. 41 minutes.
That's good.
Yeah, that's cool though that there's like a lead up to games now because
Yeah.
they had it with like the Road to Episode 9. Is that what they called it? The lead
Journeyed episode.
Journeyed episode.
So
9.
they did it for all of them. So
Yeah.
the if I remember correctly, you might need to look up the cover of this, but the what is the name of the books? The Chuck Wendig novels, Aftermath.
Yeah.
Those were lead up to episode 7. And
Yeah,
then
that checks out.
the Phasma one and the Canto Bite one that I always bitch about were lead ups to 8, and then 9
Resistance
had a few.
Reborn
Resistance Reborn
was one
9.
of them for 9.
I can't remember the other
There's
ones.
a couple other for 9.
But I like that. Well, I mean, anything
I
Galaxy's
think
Edge
technically
technically.
Force Collector was Episode 9. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That
You're
might
right.
have been the best one for Episode 9.
I really enjoyed Resistance Reborn, man. I really, really did.
I know you did.
It's one of my favorite Star Wars novels of all time. Like, it feels like you're reading a movie script. I loved it.
I should give it another
That's
chance.
cool.
I'm
It
not
was so
I'm not just
good.
saying that. I should give it
so
another chance.
good, dude. Like, and I don't remember if people loved it like I love it, but truly, like, that is in my top 5, possibly top 3 Star Wars novels, man.
Thank.
I love that book. I'm going to reread it again. Once I get done with this, 500 fucking page Harry Potter book of a Star Wars novel that this Shadows of the Sith is. I'm still in chapter 1. I haven't picked it. I haven't even looked at the book. I found it today, sitting on the floor. I'm like, oh, there it is. I completely forgot
That's
about
not
it.
because it's bad. It's just because it's huge.
One
and
chapter
you're
in. I
busy
haven't had
and-
time.
Yeah.
I just haven't had time. But I'll have the next 2 weekends I have free, so I will be after this weekend. I'll be getting it because we're looking at some houses this weekend and then have a concert on Saturday. So. But that is it, fellas. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of Jedi Talk. We will see you on the next show. And we mentioned it a little bit up front, but this week's Top 10, if you got to this point and you didn't hear it or forgot, it is going to be the Top 10 deleted scenes in Star Wars. I guess, I don't know how y'all took this, but I took, like, the best deleted scenes. I didn't go,
That's what I
like,
did.
Yeah.
stupid ones
Yeah.
of things that made me laugh.
Oh, yeah.
But
There's a lot.
there's
that
a
made
lot
me
of
laugh.
those. But this was a fun one, minus Tom.
Yep.
We'll see you guys on the next episode. Until then, stay safe. May the Force be with you.
Always, and good journey.
Rise, Jedi Knight. Master Yoda. Is this the last episode of Jedi Talk this week?
No, there is another.